Nagyon sok szeretettel köszöntök mindenkit. Most a Thronebreakerrel fogunk játszani. Remélhetőleg egy izgalmas élményben lesz részünk.
Hey, come on. Get them shackles off him. Poor sod can't eat proper.
Dunno, not sure I like that. What if he runs for it? He's worth a heap of coin.
Ah, bollocks. Been holding him a week, hasn't tried a thing. Why he up and bolt now? Matter of fact, got to thinking. What did a sweet, gentle chap like him do to get the Queen of Zericania so riled?
She's a shrew, that's what. Queen and witch in one. Worst of both worlds.
Enough about her. What do you say to one more of your tales? While we toss down some cards.
Ah, why not? And since you mentioned one queen...
Na, hát akkor kezdjünk is bele. Új játék. Nehézségi szint, hát mi kemények leszünk.
The year 1267. War hung in the air, its scent palpable. The mighty empire of Nilfgaard stood poised, greedily eyeing the northern realms just across the Yaruga. In light of the threat, the realm's sovereigns met in summit. They made declarations, pledged fraternal assistance, forged alliances, and then, in good spirits, dispersed. Among them, Meve, Queen of the Twin Realms Lyria and Rivia. Know the name? Heard her beauty extolled? Justly so. Remarkable she was. Not for her graceful exterior, but for her persistence and courage. Where was I? Ah. As the Queen and her retinue neared her capital, Count Caldwell appeared. In Meve's absence, the Count was to have helped her son, the youthful Prince Willem, run the Twin Kingdoms. Caldwell had clearly ridden hard. Drops of perspiration dangled from his whiskers, his neck red and chafed from a ruff, starched stiff.
Na, hát kezdjük is a sztorit. Ezeket a gallérokat, de nem szeretem. Azt a mindenit.
Hail, Your Majesty. Delighted to see you in good health. The summit, it ended fruitfully, I hope?
Na, hát gyümölcsöző volt a
Yes, at its
összejövetel.
end letters were exchanged, documents signed. Paper. Time will tell of what value. That will suffice as cordialities go, Caldwell. Tell me what's happened, for I sincerely doubt sheer longing prompted you to ride out.
Indeed, Your Grace. Another circumstance inspired me to do so. The strays of Sparla, the bandits, I was to tend to during Your Grace's absence. The situation's gotten out of hand, I fear.
Enyhén useless a csávó. Disappointing.
I wasn't
Disappointed.
at all certain in giving you the task. I knew you to be an equally good strategist as I am a shepherdess. So my intuition said no. Yet Reynard interceded on your behalf. Your Grace, they're common bandits, while the Count will have a host of men-at-arms to command. Next time, I shall trust my gut. All right, speak. What has happened? Be precise.
As Your Grace ordained, I set out and was nipping at the bandits' tails for long. We pursued for weeks. until scouts returned, having sighted the strays' camp in the forest near Locheren. We waited for nightfall to surprise them as they slept.
Enyhén useless, még csalafinta trükkökkel se bírt leszámolni a banditákkal. Hát milyen useless
Alas,
csávó ez.
it proved a ruse. We found the tents empty. Straw-stuffed dummies round the fire. Soon, we learned that as we waited for the sunset, the strays had snuck away, rounded our positions and ridden to Hawksburn.
I beg your pardon, my lord. The tax collectors. That is where they station.
So the gold? All of it?
It's stolen, your grace. But I shall do all in my power to recover it. This
Istenem.
I vow, if it be your grace's wish.
Most ellopták az aranyat. Elbasztad a küldetést. Azt még van pofád elém állni. Hát
After weeks in the saddle,
mi
your
van
grace's
ezzel a
wishes are
fickóval?
modest. A hot bath and a night's sleep in her own bed. Yet, they shall have to wait. I must look personally to this matter. Your force, Caldwell, I will now command. You... send a herald to Hawksburn. They must prepare for the Queen's arrival. Air the rooms, dust off the porcelain. Make certain they do it. Do you see now, Reynard? I believe I foretold it would be thus. My son wasn't ready in the least to rule an entire country.
I confess, Prince Willem has much to learn yet.
Yes. And very little time.
Erre nem tudunk jönni? Nem. Ez a küldetés. Hawksburnbe el kell jutnunk. Hát jó. Aha, ott van valami. Ja, ott a fa. Ott egy bandit tábor. Ó, gyűjtögető életmódba folyt. Na. Nem akarsz nekem mondani valamit? Nem. Jó lesz.
Thought it were bandits riding in.
Milka. They stretched her over a fire till she told them where she buried her gold.
Rather die than tell him she would. But I know where she kept it. Sit tight. Sketch it out for you.
Ott az arany. Azért elmegyünk.
The strays, they're called, Your Majesty. Because they bite something nasty and bay as if by the moon possessed. Oh, thought it were bandits riding in. Oh, thought it were bandits riding in.
Na hát akkor az ennyi volt. Menjünk gyűjtögetni. Más nem látok, amit össze lehetne gyűjteni. Esetleg itt a kaptáron. Nem. Jó, hát akkor menjünk. Térkép van? Nincs. Egyenlőre nem látok. Hopp, itt volt a... ásott hely. Hoppá! Micsoda? Na, tele vagyunk pénzzel. És akkor ezt most meg kell tartani, vagy vissza lehet vinni a négynek?
The strays, they're called, Your Majesty. Oh, the strays, oh, thought it were bandits riding in.
Na, elállták az utunkat. Mit tudunk csinálni? Adunk nekik 25 tallért. Nem fogunk ezen... Minél több egységre van szükségünk.
Count Caldwell rode at the column's head, scanning its flanks with a wary eye that, despite his advanced age, proved very sharp indeed.
Your Majesty! Bandits! There! At the tree line!
The Count's footmen, unaccustomed to escorting their queen, sought to shield her with their bodies and assumed a tight formation to do so. They were promptly knocked aside as Meade charged headlong at the bandits, brandishing her blade and bellowing a ferocious cry.
Attack! Charge!
Ennyi? Jó, akkor... Na kezdjünk bele! Na, hát akkor kezdjük meg a csatát.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
To attack the Queen? An outrage!
Your Grace, the men await. You must lead to begin the attack.
Jó van, hát...
One boat.
Aha, kicsit más, mint a Witcher 3-asban. És akkor végeztem a körrel. Most ő jön.
If you... The strays took tail and run!
I shall teach you to respect the crown, you dogs!
Look out! Seek cover! We are bombarded!
Aye.
Salt of the earth, they are, Your Grace. They'd follow you into fire. You need simply say the word. Yes! Our victory is assured! Sound the horns! May they sing praises of this triumph for ages!
The battle's not yet done. It is better to conserve our strength. Prepare for a strike that will prove decisive. Battle formation! Protect the Queen!
Ah, should have listened to me, old lady.
Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
This harvest, we'll be reaping black-clad heads.
We'll catch 'em all!
Give me a target.
Az igen! Hát ezt vedd meg, öcsém.
Target the white of an eye from half a league away.
I congratulate you on your latest victory, Your Grace. The bandit stood not a chance.
Esélyük se volt! Esélyük se volt.
Matters seem indeed to have gotten out of hand, to put it mildly.
Meve said, arms crossed atop her shining breastplate.
They've grown bold. Doubtless after the raid on the manor, the tax collectors. I've not heard of an ambush on the high road afore.
Caldwell explained, avoiding his liege's wrathful gaze.
Enough, Caldwell. We must put things right. Come!
The Queen's retinue set out, cavalry in front, infantry and arbalists close behind, and, following in the rear, the bandits, bound in chains.
Ó, micsoda? Pénz. Többet nem lehet lootolni? Nem. Hát akkor menjünk.
Ah, I do adore this prospect.
Yes. Lyria, the pearl of the north. With its hills and dales. Why, its beauty matched only by that of its queen.
After 3 weeks in the saddle, I've my doubts, Count. We shall pitch camp here. Our soldiers need respite. A spell of it they deserve.
Na nézzük, hogy mink van. Na nézzük. Fából és aranyból fogunk építkezni. Tehát nekünk egy royal, tehát egy királyi sátorra lesz szükségünk ahhoz, hogy mapot tudjunk csinálni. Hát az biztos, hogy csinálunk. Ja, csak így upgrade-elek egyet? Na. És a helyzetbe be tudunk menni? Ja, most menni kell a command-re. Fú, nagyon sok az információ. Mire kell menni? Received additional resources to recruit a Wagenburg card. Right click on. Igen, és ez hol van? Ja, itt van, jó. Hogy fel is kell vennem. De én nem akarom azt felvenni, ez béna alap. Muszáj felvenni? Enyhén mocsokság, de nem akarom felvenni, hát ez nagyon béna alap. Hát egészségedre. Hát egyenlőre nem tudok hozzáadni, ezek még... Hát jó van. Na, végre szét tudok nézni. Aha, itt lehet beszélgetni. Még nem akarok beszélgetni. Hát ez nem kell. Ezek le vannak zárva. Ez elég költséges, ebben még nem biztos, hogy belevágok. Hát, ezt meg nem tudom, hogy vagy most kéne erre beruházni. Hát az nagyon drága, azt biztos, hogy nem. Ezt meg tudom építeni. Ennek nincs értelme még. Igazság szerint ez lenne jó. De ez még ráér. Azok le vannak zárva, workshopot is lehetne nyomni, de az meg még nincs olyan szinten. Hát jó van. Ez lehet, hogy megérni beruházni, még most. Nem tudom, hát elég sok harcot kell ahhoz megnyerni, hogy ez megérős legyen. Belegondolunk. 25-75 gold. Tíz, 20, 40, 60 harcot kell megnyerni, hogy ez visszaadja a pénzt. Hát, lehet lesz annyi. Jó, egyenlőre még nem, egyenlőre még szerintem szétnézek ezeknél. Először is megnézem a mapot. Jaj, ez csak ilyen map? Azt hittem, hogy ez a rendes map. Orra. A szintriai oroszlán. Hát jó, hát ezzel most sokra nem megyünk. Jaruga. Kom. Demevend. Hát jó van. Amelhegység. Jó, azt megnézzük. Itt mit akar? Mi a felkiáltója? Itt. Ez meg se ér, én ez biztos, hogy nem fogom fejleszteni. Most kitérek, hogy milyen gyorsan megyek a térképen. Még lehet, hogy később hasznos lesz, de egyenlőre még. Ó, van egy Grey Rider. Ja, az a statisztikát hozza fel?
A bit of respite, Reynard?
Yes. But if you've any new orders, Your Grace, I can be ready at any...
At ease, Reynard. At ease. Don't you find it wearisome sitting alone? Wouldn't you prefer another's company? Swapping tales with the innkeep, even?
Your concern, I most appreciate, Your Grace. But I prefer silence.
Has it always been thus with you? Ever a man apart?
Quite the contrary, Your Grace. As a youth, I gloried in company, delighted in conversation.
So what was it that changed you?
That delight nearly cost me my head. But do you truly not know the tale, my lady? How I came to be your departed husband's aide?
I don't, but would gladly hear it.
I had but 20 winters behind me when I enlisted. Yet I was granted the rank of lieutenant from the start, not by merit, but by birth. The respect of veteran officers, both my peers and seniors, that they could not grant, nor did I deserve it. To earn that respect became my driving aim, and to seem wise beyond my years, I began spouting off about the king's decisions. This maneuver Reginald botched, that he failed to think through, and yet elsewhere he'd blundered like a schoolboy.
Talk of that nature could only ever result in misfortune.
It was not long before I was clanking about in shackles. Another officer had reported me. I was charged with lèse-majesté. The court-martial took but a quarter of an hour to deliver verdict and sentence. I was guilty of treason, and the noose awaited me. But Reginald first stayed the execution, then ordered that I repeat every word I'd uttered about his person or deeds. Soaked with sweat, my voice cracking, I did as he ordained. Reginald listened, raptly and silently, and when I'd finished, he declared I was right. He then appointed me his personal aide. A clever lad like you, I can always use at my side.
Indeed. Though hardly sharp himself, wisdom in others Reginald both recognized and heeded.
It was then I swore two things. Firstly, never again to wag my tongue like a fool. Secondly, never to betray his trust.
And you never did. Know what he told me moments before he passed? Trust none of them, Meave. Save Reynard. The old sod was right about that, at least. I thank you for sharing that tale, Reynard. Truly. Alas, I've come to fear Willem might simply not be cut out to be a king, let alone a good one.
A harsh judgment, Your Grace. Let's not be hasty. The prince is but 16 summers to him.
And is thus fully grown. The crown he should be able to bear at his age. Yet I left the land in his care for but a few months, and look what's become of it. Bandits roam and loot unchecked.
We might yet learn of mitigating circumstances, events beyond his control.
Would that it were so, Reynard. Would that it were so. Elsewise, we must hope Ansaeus will demonstrate more wit than his brother. Though I see little chance of that either. It's time I attended to other matters.
Yes, Your Grace?
Nem tudom, mi érzi a felkiáltó élet a fej fölött, mikor már beszéltem vele. Hát egyelőre nem fejlesztek semmit szerintem, hanem hagyom. Mondjuk jó lenne valami... Aha, na végre itt a map. Itt vagyunk, itt szereztük meg a ládát, és innen indultunk. Jó. Fú, jó nagy térkép ez. Ó, sárkány, vagy viven? Fú. Mi az Open Legend? Ja, ezek a...
Is this what I pay taxes for? To be robbed along the high road, and in broad daylight no less? Were it not for mandatory merchant routes and stacking rights, why I'd have gone round, through Sodden. They told me, Lyria's a wild land, lawless, chaotic, a damn disgrace. Is this what I pay taxes for? Were it not for... Is this what I pay...
Hát jó van. Hajjaj. Hajjaj, nem szeretem, hogyha változik a morál. Hoho, gúlok! Meg algúl is van ott.
Gods of mercy! Whatever is this filth?
Necrophages. Drawn here by blood scent.
For such vile monstrosities to prowl the high roads of my realm. I won't allow it! Attack!
Hú! Gyerünk!
In broad daylight, with the heat positively sweltering. Have we to do with some manner of sorcery?
We shouldn't exclude the possibility, my lord. And great caution we must exercise.
Reynard, what is this? Some spectre? A strigger?
I can't be sure, Your Grace. It's the first I've seen of any such... thing.
Oh.
Should have listened to me old lady.
Az elég imbacuc. 10.
These carrion
Itt a gúl.
I know them. Appeared on my estate last spring, enticed by the corpses of those of my sheep that fell. Harmless at first, until, that is, they fill their guts. Seemed to become quite powerful then.
Most, de miért kell mindig elhasználnom mindent?
Fearsome they look, true. But they bleed just as we do. Onward! Slay the filth!
Ki kell játszani mindent mindig?
Give me a time.
Ah, so fortunate we routed the beasts before they had a chance to gorge.
Jó.
This harvest, we'll be reaping black-clad heads.
Your Grace, yet more come.
They fill their bellies, ma'am. This doesn't bode well. Oh no, not well at all.
Our ballista, your command.
Nem tudjuk azt meglőni.
Armor won't say.
Strong as steers they've grown, and they show no fear.
Frenzied, my lady. It's bloodlust. They lose all instinct to survive, feel no pain whatever. I've witnessed this before.
Your Majesty, we must give ground. Fall back. We can't win. Must minimize our losses. My queen, there is no shame in ceding the field when fortunes turn sour.
Jó, hogy adom fel? Na, de ezt akartam az előbb is, de nem engedte.
Victory must be ours now. We shall not retreat. Arms at the ready. Attack! Look there! Yet another abomination.
Ugh, that stench. My salts. Where are my salts?
One boat's all I need.
Aha, értem már, hogy működik.
Company! Forward march!
Enyhén, tudod mikor fejezem be? Glorious triumph!
The beasts hadn't a
Biztos,
chance
hogy nem hagyom
against
félbe
us.
azért.
Victory is ours.
A Witcherben mindig ez van. Találsz egy levelet. Ciao, vagy éppen apa lesz, vagy éppen... Nem tudom. A Witcherben mindig eljátszák.
Many trees we felled, my lady. Might you have need of them? So? Take whatever you... They call themselves strays? Well, we build a bridge, brick by brick. A one, a two, the pillar grows thick. To there no bandits here. Not surprising neither, for we'd chase them off with our hatchets, we would. To there no bandits here. Not surprising neither, for we'd chase them off with our hatchets, we would.
Hoppá, az elég jó. Az jó kis pénz volt. Na nézzünk szét, ez a faz. Hopp, itt is van egy kis loot. Hát a workshopot fogom fejleszteni először valószínűleg. Ez se lehetne rossz, de nem tudom, hogy mi a következő szint. Addig meg nem biztos, hogy megéri annyit beleáldozni, hogy... Ezt kéne fejleszteni, mert akkor tudnánk több mindent fejleszteni. Aha, tehát ide tudok berakni dolgokat. Aha, ez a gyors utazás. Itt lesz egy küldetés, itt van egy loot. Jó, hát akkor egyenlőre elmegyek a lootért.
Masks they wear. Have you seen them? They've fangs, snouts, horns, like a right proper nightmare. Your Majesty, I beg of you, thrash them bandits, please. To raise an hand against the Queen? Thank you for listening to this tired bag of bones. Folk haven't lent an ear to old Poppy in a long while. Please take this for the road.
És ezért kell beszélgetni az öregekkel? Tele szórnak aranyat.
Your Majesty, to raise an hand.
Kifosztunk mindent? Az igen.
Soon, Queen and retinue arrived at Hawksburn. The men stationed there they found standing at attention, baking under the blistering noonday sun.
Your Majesty, Count Caldwell.
Stand at ease, Sergeant, and report.
The local peasants we've rounded up in the yard, Your Grace. Expect they might have lent the bandits aid. Yet our courtesy hadn't inspired them. They hadn't peeped a word. Might it please Your Grace to summon the hangman? He ties a noose for them, should have them jabbering right quick.
I'll speak to them first.
Your Majesty, for the Queen to question commoners, why, it's simply not proper.
Whom for? I shan't be stripped of crown and titles for it, so no impediment do I see. Lead me to them.
Bow low for your sovereign, Her Majesty, Queen Meve of Lyria and Rivia.
Ha' mercy, Your Grace. We bear no guilt, we simple folk.
Calm your hearts, good folk. Though your queen I may be, you are—
Meve extended a hand, the royal ring gleaming upon it. Unfamiliar with protocol, a pleb gripped it firmly and gave it a shake as hearty as a good scrub in the tub.
My. We shall be addressing one another by name afore long.
This is an outrage! Guards! Grab him!
I've all in hand, Caldwell.
Forgive me, Your Grace. I'm not accustomed, nohow.
Nonsense. You've a firm grip, a spry handshake, and a bold spirit I can respect. What do they call you, man?
Helmer, son of Florence.
Delighted, Helmer. Now understand me, man. I am in dire straits and in need of your aid. So please, answer my queries in full and forthrightly. The bandits. Whom do they follow?
Him, milady. We've seen him. No name, just an odd title. The Duke of Dogs, they call him.
My. A blue-blood thoroughbred mutt. Where are he and his hounds bound? Did he say?
That recall, Imogen? What do you name? A Gleeton or something?
Clayton. Lord Clayton. His estate lies to the south.
Sound the horns. Have the men form up. We march at once.
Milady, I've no ire for the Duke. He's a good man. Gave us proper brass for the welcome we gave him. Shared what grub he had.
Shut it, louts. The Queen's had her say. Your Grace, your orders. What are we to do with them?
The Duke of Dogs fed you, so you've strength enough to carry arms. And as he gave you coin, you've no need of pay from the realm's coffers. Sergeant, all men of 15 summers or more will join our ranks at once. They'll serve 5 years.
No, milady, no! 'Tis mere weeks to harvest. Who'll tend to fields?
Meve set off toward Lord Clayton's estate at a gallop, her mount knocking the peasants aside as it kicked up a cloud of dust. The folk of Hawksburn spoke of the royal visit long after, albeit ever behind closed doors and in hushed tones.
Jaj, gyerekek, küldetések, notice boards. Puzzle. Puzzle. Hát jó van. Hopp, itt van egy kis fa.
What is this, Reynard? Bandits attacking royal tax collectors in broad daylight.
They shall pay dearly, Your Grace.
They shall indeed. And not only they. Rot has crept into Lyria, Reynard. My kingdom has been poorly kept.
Mi ez az inventory? Ja, ez a... mi nálunk. Hoppá, küldetés! Hát nem tudom, hogy melyik ér többet, a fa vagy a pénz egyenlőre. Jó, menjünk tovább. Szerintem én megépítem a workshopot a 2-es szinten. Még valahol volt valami, mert látod. Itt ez a forager.
Yes, Your Grace?
It's time I attended.
Jó, na menjünk tovább. Érdekes, érdekes, itt meg kell oldani a dolgokat. Hopp. Tehát megtaláltunk egy ilyen banditát. Jó lenne ilyenkor tudni több információt róla. Tehát most így... ennyi erővel parasztokat is kivégezhettem volna, mert miért ne? Tehát most... Ó, adjuk oda neki. Lemegyünk neutrálra most. Nem fog megölni. Valami vizesésnél volt. Nem tudom, hol lesz itt vizesés. Hát nem tudom, majd így menjünk. Itt van valami puzzle.
That rumble. What is it?
Look out! Rock slide!
Jó, hát nézzük meg. El kell pusztítani minden kőtörmeléket.
The bluff crumbles! Fall back! Save yourselves!
Your Grace, the wagon. We can use it as cover. Forward. We must move it forward.
Ezt gondoltam.
What now?
You're far fewer than I presumed. Summon your comrades, damn it! Chop chop! Before I reach for my whip.
I'm a one.
Aha, értem, és akkor most lelövöm ezt, nem? Mert ez így 5-öt fog lőni.
Use the wagon now.
És ez fog 5-öt lőni ebbe. Értem.
We've come through, Reynard. I thank you.
The walls of the temple collapsed. The buttresses doubtless damaged by something.
Or someone. There's naught we can do here. We ride on.
Na, a gyűjtögető életmódot be nyomtuk. Volt egy fejlesztés, ami még... Ennek még nincs értelme, még úgyse tudunk mit berakni oda. Nem tudom, honnan lesz ennyi pénzünk. Ezek még le vannak zárva, úgyhogy ezek lényegtelenek. Jó. A kocsmában nincs senki, commandantban nincs semmi, meg nem kaptunk semmit, úgyhogy menjünk tovább.
A peasant cart, loaded with a heap of hay, came rattling down the road from the opposite direction.
Clear the road!
road!
Bellowed Count Caldwell, standing in his stirrups.
Make way for your queen!
The peasants obediently turned their cart into the roadside nettles. As she passed, Meve glanced towards it and froze. Atop the hay bale lay a badly wounded man gripped by fever. The thick, sweet stench of rot wafted from his bandaged legs.
Gods. Who did this to him?
Meve asked.
Bandits?
Nay, milady,
replied the cartman.
'Twere a beast. Out to the east, down Wetterton way, lies a boneyard, old as the elves, they say.
The peasant continued.
Clayton was setting snares round about there. Came running back to us, drenched in blood, rattling on about a long-haired wench come climbing out of grave.
Szörnyfajt lesz.
Was taken into the good sisters
Ez
of
jó
Morton
lesz.
here on the beach.
Megküzdünk a szörnyel.
Perhaps they can help him.
I'm certain they can. And will.
Replied the queen. Though just looking at the wounded wretch, she knew he'd expire before nightfall.
God speed you on your journey.
The queen whistled, and her mare resumed its trot.
Shall I send for a witcher, your grace?
Caldwell asked.
One of those freaks should make short work of the monster.
Until we apprehend the bandits, I shan't allow a single soul to leave our company. Even on such an important mission as finding a witcher.
Meve replied.
Any who did would be captured at once. But, if fate brings us near Wetterton, perhaps we'll see to this monstrous harridan ourselves.
Your grace, we've only just fought beasts and scarcely escaped with our lives. This she-beast will take a silver sword. Magic formulae.
Yet a dozen arbalists will have to suffice.
The queen said, calmly but firmly.
And please, Caldwell, do stiffen your spine a bit. Now onward.
Na, akkor végeztünk a tutoriálra. Az igen. Hú, tehát először is ide is fel kéne jönni. Itt biztos, hogy lesz valami szörnyharc. Itt lesz valami tábor. Meg erre is lesz még valami, de szerintem itt lezárul. Szóval, hogyha erre megyünk most keletnek, vagy nyugatnak, akkor itt ez egy külön részlegnek minősül. Mindegy, megkérdezzük ezt a törpét mi a hely.
Wetterton, are ye? Bonnie, turn that. Just the folk will be on shite. After Wetterton, are ye? Bonnie, turn that.
Ott tuti lesz valami szörny. Na, itt is jön a másfajú üldözés.
As they neared Wetterton, the queen ordered her company to halt. She then sent men to the town for supplies. Those sent returned more quickly than she'd assumed they would, their satchels empty, their mounts foaming at the mouth.
Your Majesty, the townsfolk have gone right mad. Herded all the elves and dwarves at Market Square. 'Tis a slaughter.
The queen knew well that if she failed to intervene, the town's streets would flow with non-human blood. Just as she knew her meager force might not subdue an enraged crowd.
What is your command, your grace?
Reynard's question pierced the silence.
What can it be, dear friend?
Answered the queen, then spurred her mount and rode off towards the town. Her troops followed, running as fast as their legs would carry them. When they passed inside the town gate, they saw corpses lining the gutters. Meve realized she had arrived too late to prevent a tragedy. The crowd was drunk on blood. Its rage would need to be quelled with an iron fist.
Step away, or see your heads bounce down the cobblestones! Reynard, who started this? I must know. So much hatred. We must put a stop to it.
Can't take it anymore.
Company! We'll strike the largest clusters! Disperse the mob!
Jó, és akkor nincs olyan opció, hogy újra töltöm, vagy valami, tehát így... Hát forfeit nézzük meg. Load last checkpoint, igen.
Off to Wetterton, are ye?
Jó.
As they neared...
What is your command, your
Most már tudom, hogy kell megcsinálni.
Step away, or see your heads bounce down the cobblestones! Reynard, who started this? I must know. So much hatred. We must put a stop to it.
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
Her Majesty knows what. We must strike the largest clusters! Disperse the mob!
God save us! There's killing everyone! Run for your lives!
Happily, Niamh restored order without suffering any losses. Reynard then learned that a nobleman's ire had triggered the violence, ire at having discovered a theft.
Suspicion fell on the non-humans he employed. He accused them, they protested, and the row soon engulfed the town. But there's something else, Your Grace.
Reynard gestured towards an aged man who stood grieving, his face in his hands.
I've witnesses who claim the strays of Sparla are the thieves.
Though the tragedy seemed the result of a misunderstanding, justice would have to be served. Those responsible for the slaughter would need to be punished. The question was, how severely?
Your excuses I cannot accept,
said the Queen.
The vipers who called for the slaughter, they will hang. The rest...
Majesty!
A townswoman fell to Maeve's feet.
Mercy, please! 'Twere words taken wrong, a misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding? To don another's cape, pay out insufficient change, these are misunderstandings. What happened here was criminal, and you'll be punished as criminals.
Így is van. Nem, majd itten ostorozgatunk, mikor megölték az embereket, hát
The
nem?
condemned were hanged at once, without regard to the protests of kith and kin. Those non-humans who had managed to hide and survive made a most generous donation in gold to bolster the Queen's force. I'd like to say Wetterton's small melting pot of races lived on in harmony. Yet alas, I'm not in the habit of propagating untruths.
Így jártak, engem nem érdekel. Hát komolyan. Nem, megölünk indokolatlanul 800 embert, azt akkor ennyi, kapsz egy kis ostorcsapást. Biztófa, az kell neki. Itt ez a szörny barlang. De még azért nem akartam menni, mert hát ha jön valami küldetés hozzá.
You hanged good folk today, ma'am. And for what? Because they came to the end of their tether? You hanged good folk today, ma'am. And for what? Because they came to the end of their tether?
Nem, azért, mert meggyilkoltak másokat.
Yes, Your Grace?
It's time I attended to other matters.
Van valamit tudunk kovácsolni? Nem. Hát ilyet tudnánk építeni éppen. Meg ilyet is. Ennek annyira nincs értelme. Hát ráérünk, hát most minek erőltessük ezt magunkra, hogy 800 km/h-val repessünk a mapon, hát nem ír mást, hogy bármi hasznunk lenne belőle. Ez még egész tűrhető lehet, de hát ezt meg úgy is felfedezzük magunktól javarészt. Mondjuk a treasure-öket nem biztos, hogy meglátjuk enélkül, de hát majd legfeljebb áldozunk erre egy keveset, hogyha oda jutunk. Ennek nincs értelme. Itt ezeknek lenne, de hát ezek olyan drágák. Mert itt van, szerintem ez a hely az, ami feloldódna, de hát itt még úgyis tudunk mit rakni, úgyhogy nincs értelme. Jó van. Megnézzük ezt a barlangot. Olyan, és sírvanya? Na nézzük, mit ad a sírvanya.
The Lyrians entered the graveyard. Crickets chirped in its tall, windswept grass, and lush green moss covered its crumbling gravestones. Only a fresh bloodstain upon a mausoleum wall suggested that something disturbed the dead in their rest and hunted the living.
Save your tears, throw off your grief.
An eerie voice sang, its ghastly lament standing Maeve's hair on end.
Soon your life too shall cease as you pass into the eternal glow.
A pockmarked, pustule-ridden creature crawled out from behind some gravestones. It vaguely resembled a shriveled, hunchbacked hag, until its head split into two halves, forming a tooth-spiked maw.
Attack! Everyone!
Na, csapjuk le a fejét. Puzzle? Nézzük. Kill the grave hog.
Time I taught you some respect.
One bullet's all I need. This harvest will be reaping black-clad heads. My spirit's willing now, but these dark are killing me.
What was that filth?
The queen croaked hoarsely as the dying monster writhed in agony at her feet.
I know not, your grace,
replied Reynard.
But to be safe, I would have the corpse chopped up and burned. Elsewise, we will not be certain it shall not return.
Yes, have it done.
Maeve said, brushing her hair from her beaded brow.
But quickly, lest dusk catch us in this foul place.
The Lyrians soon resumed their march. As they left the cemetery behind them, some believed they still heard the haunting dirge upon the air. Or was it just the wind, whistling past mossy tombstones?
Hát ahhoz képest, hogy a legnehezebbre vagyok állítva, eddig nem volt valami nehéz a harcrendszer, mondjuk eddig a puzzle-ök miatt nem volt nehéz valószínűleg. Mapon hol vagyunk? Aha, itt vagyunk. Még itt balra le lehetne menni, nem? Vagy ezt innen jövünk fel, vagy ez csak ilyen dísz? Ujjaj, ott van valami. Hát na nézzük. Persze, hogy adunk. Hogy ne adnánk? Na, hát... Temetőből ennyi elég. Itt van még egy puzzle. És akkor megnézzük azt a... Mit mondod, hogy nézzünk meg? Ez jó lehet, hogyha... a következő körbe akarod kijátszani a dolgokat. Ez érdekes. Ez is jó, meg ez is jó igazság szerint. De ennek szerintem gyakorlatilag több haszna van még mindig, mint ennek. Mert a armorral, ha növeled, akkor az íjászokat is lehet erősíteni, úgyhogy én megtartom az előzőt. És nem kaptunk új lapot, úgyhogy még nem tudok mit lejátszani. Viszont itt tudunk gyártani valamit. Workshopot nem, azokat nem akarjuk gyártani. Training grounds-ot akartam gyártani, de még nincs elég fa hozzá. Hát jó. Hát még most be kéne áldozni erre igazság szerint. Hát jó van, beáldozunk erre. Ja, nem, először a training grounds kötelező? Hát akkor igen. Akkor még várnunk kell. Ott lent nem tudom, hogy hogy megyünk. Itt van a felakasztott csávó. De hát így át. Nem kellett volna hazudgálni. Na, nézzünk széjjel. Itt van egy puzzle. Azt mondja... Ha, az egy puzzle, itt azt írja. És itt el lehetne menni erre szerintem. Vagy itt így. És akkor oda tudnánk menni. Hát nem tudom még az, hogy van. Ezt a puzzle-t megnézem. Na, gondolkodjunk egy kicsit. mi, hogyha meglövök egyet?
I'm a monster.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
Ez jó puzzle. Aha. Így újra kezdhetjük. Ez annyit tesz, hogy először is meglőjük őt.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
Fordítva. Tehát meglőjük a hátsót.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
Ez így nem lesz jó megnézni.
armor was.
Azt kell csinálni, hogy első sor és a hátsót meglövöm mentőn.
Can't take it anymore.
Szerintem ennek kell az utolsó lapnak lennie. Ami furi. Hát ő nem lehet első lap. Ő sem lehet első lap. Neki kell első lapnak lennie.
One vote.
Nem tudom. Tehát, hogyha most ezt rádobom, az teljesen fölösleges, nem? Tehát te maradhatsz itt.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
Ballista, your command.
Értem. Hát a mechanikákkal még nem vagyok teljesen tisztában, de hát lassan kezdem megérteni. Tehát ezt ide rakom, majd jó a hátsó. Enter, ő átugrik, azt megüti ezt. Ezzel egyesítem a HP-t 3-ra. Enter. Ezt ide rakom hátra. Igen. Most ezt megüti 2-re. Így van. Én ezt a fickót visszahozom. És enter, az megüti ezt. Most én kirakom ezt. Ezzel megütjük azt a sort. És enter, ő előre fog ugrani.
Give me a time.
Na. Hát panaszkodnak az adóra az emberek. Aztán nem az adóval van a probléma, hanem a szörnyekkel, úgyhogy benézték. Ez valami... Van eldugott. Hát én ide gondolok, hogy ez talán itt van valahol. Na, ezzel is meg vagyunk. Nagyszerű. Talán itt lesz az a vizeséses rész, ami a banditáké. Van egy imádkozó nőci. Az igen. Le van zárva. Na. Bármi újdonság nincs. És akkor a Training Groundson ezt kifejlesztjük. Többi az úgyis le van zárva. Ezek jók lennének pedig. Ide öltek az emberek. tudom, hol van most már. És itt vannak még ilyen kardfragmentek. Igen, azt gyűjtöttük a kriptából. Jó. Hát még ezt megnézem itt, ezt a nőt.
And pay homage to the gods. You shall be rewarded. Melitele watches over us all. Yet you do well to remind her through supplication. There is ever time for prayer, even as war rages all around. Pleased to see ye yearn for the holy word, milady. I'll keep ye in my prayers to the Mother Goddess. Melitele watches over us all. Yet you do well to remind her through supplication. Melitele watches over us all.
Most megnőtt a morálunk, hál' Istennek.
Yet you do well to remind her through supplication.
Oké. Megnézem ezt. Igen, itt van egy locked gate. Itt van egy tábor a banditáknak. Ott van bent még egy puzzle. Szerintem az lesz a banditáknak az egyik táborra. Jó. Tehát ezt itt megcsináltuk. Ide fel kell majd jönni most. Na, nézzünk be még ide. Van itt valami. Még nem akarok veletek, na mindegy. Menjünk.
Travelling the high road, they heard the bells of a temple to Mother Melitele, situated at some distance. Meve turned towards Reynard.
What have we today? A sacred feast?
Not that I recall, Your Grace.
The Queen's brow darkened, her hands clenched into fists on her reins.
Then they sound the alarm. Follow me!
Stained glass shards glinted in the grass. Bits of down, ripped from quilts, wafted through the air. The priestesses, gathered in the yard, were seeing to wounded pilgrims, setting toppled, oft beheaded or armless statues back on their feet.
What happened here?
The strays of Spala fell upon us.
Sighed the prioress.
Stole the offerings, the monstrances, holy books. My lady, I implore you, come to our aid, recover what's rightly ours.
Ever clever, Meve's scouts soon discovered the bandits' tracks. They led to some thick hazel groves east of the temple. The perfect place to hide, or to lie in ambush.
It's all come clear now. Sabotage. 'Twas the bandits who weakened the walls.
The good mother warned us. The good mother warned us.
Jó van. Gyűjtögető életmódot folytatjuk továbbra is.
Your Majesty, turn back! There, something wicked lurks.
The dead, as they rest, are disturbed. Something digs up their graves, opens their tombs. The dead, as they rest, are disturbed. Something digs up their graves, opens their tombs.
Ajaj. Hopp, itt van egy út. Jelző. Ez egy puzzle lesz, a szörnyharc. Hát megcsináljuk még azt, és akkor szerintem utána mára ennyi elég. Mi ez, vérfarkas? Nem, ez valami nagyon csúnya dög. Hát jó, egészségedre. Nekrofág, de milyen nekrofág? Le kell gyengíteni mindenkit egy erőre. Hát azt nem tudom, hogy csináljuk. Ezt nem értem, ezt a lapot. Először kidobom a őket.
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf I am.
A lesson in humility coming now.
Give me a target. Obelisk to your command. I'm a one, sir.
Nem akarok most lemenni a morálba. Inkább menjünk fel morálba. Ki tudja milyen csata jön.
Your Majesty, you return! Our prayers have been answered! May the Mother Goddess watch over you. Your Majesty, you return!
Az idő begyógyítja a sebeket, azt mondja. Kaptam valami kulcsot. Az igen. Jó, megpakoltak minket most pénzzel. Tudunk valamit csinálni a workshop? Ezt még mindig nem tudjuk megcsinálni. Hát ezt meg tudjuk csinálni, de nem tudom, lesz annyi csata? Ez nem érdekel, command, ez se érdekel. Hát nem tudom. Még most kiveszem inkább. És akkor... Itt is egy kis loot.
Wheel ruts. The strays, no doubt. They must be nearby.
Oh, jaj. Bőven.
Statues of the good mother, how dare they?
Itt most még nem imádkozunk, mert mondta a játék, hogy minden csata után beállunk neutrálisra. Morálban, úgyhogy amikor végeztünk a csatával, mivel most maxon vagyunk, majd utána. De szerintem itt most befejezzük. Aztán majd legközelebb innen folytatjuk a játékot, úgyhogy köszönöm, aki nézett, meg aki velünk tartott, és akkor a legközelebb viszontlátásra. Sziasztok!